More than seeing him, what your generation does not know is the pleasure that millions of Indians used to get on something called the transistor radio. You followed cricket matches through your years. You followed every bit of the commentary as it came on a transistor. At that point of time, I was in my 20s. To follow Tendulkar was to follow the rise of Indian cricket. So my earliest memories of listening to Tendulkar doing something special was his maiden century. It was against England. And of all things, the day that it happened, we were friends who had just started off working and had got off work, and we were in a restaurant in Shivaji Park, which is the home of Bombay cricket. And as we ordered our early dinner, we heard the roar going up from the kitchen. Tendulkar ni century marli.
The first time I met Sachin Tendulkar was in early 1989. The Indian team to the West Indies had been announced, and despite having made centuries in his first Ranji match, his first Duleep match, and in the Irani Trophy match, he hadn't been selected. The selectors then thought that he was a little too young. He was not even 16, and that he might, get hit by some of the West Indies fast bowlers and lose his confidence forever. But when we met him, Tom Alter, the actor, and myself outside in the Gymkhana, and we asked him this question. Tom tossed this question at him and said, you've not been selected because you're thought to be too young and you might get hit. And he said, if I get hit, I might learn faster. So that was, quintessential Tendulkar. That's the kind of resolve he had. That's the kind of ambition he had. And as we know, 8-9 months later, he played his first test match for India, and then after that, for 24 years.
I remember the first time I heard of Sachin Tendulkar and read about him was before I saw him play, and this was in 1991, I think, Sharjah. And हमारे घर में इंडिया टुडे मैगजीन आती थी. इंडिया टुडे में एक लास्ट में जो गॉसिप कॉलम होता है ना, लास्ट के 2 पेज थे जिसमें फिल्म और क्रिकेट के गॉसिप होते थे. There was a small column which had a photo of Sachin Tendulkar, and it said, हिंदी में था इंडिया टुडे, शारजा में सचिन तेंदुलकर दर्शकों के लिए खेलते हुए नजर आए और दर्शकों की मांग पर उन्होंने छक्के मारे. एंड आई वॉज फैसिनेटेड. आई वॉज लाइक, मैं 11 साल का था और मुझे लगा ये कैसा प्लेयर है जो दर्शकों की डिमांड पे छक्के मार सकता है. दैट इज डेफिनेटली नॉट अ गॉसिप कॉलम न्यूज. दैट इज नॉट समथिंग विच कैन हैव दैट कॉन्डिसेंडिंग काइंड ऑफ अ टोन. आई वॉज लाइक, ओके, अच्छा, इंडिया में ऐसा एक प्लेयर है जो ऑडियंस बोलेगी तो वो छक्के मारेगा. दैट्स क्वाइट कूल. 92 वर्ल्ड कप पहली बार सचिन को, जो पहला मुझे याद है 92 वर्ल्ड कप जो कि ऑस्ट्रेलिया में हुआ था, एंड इट स्टिल इज प्रॉब्ली वन ऑफ द बेस्ट वर्ल्ड कप्स इन टर्म्स ऑफ whatever, just the quality of cricket and the competitiveness. And we had that game with Australia where I was very hopeful कि हम कुछ करेंगे और सचिन यहाँ पे ज़रूर हमारा कुछ बढ़िया एक मैच विनिंग इनिंग होगी. And we lost that match by a whisker.
There was this thing that during the World Cup, India versus Pakistan in Mohali. This was 2011. There were even rumors that Tendulkar would possibly be retiring after that World Cup, and so that India-Pakistan match could have been his last. I took my son and we watched that match. And as Tendulkar got out after that innings, the crowd got up. And as I made my son stand up, I remembered a great line from literature. To kill a mockingbird at the end of the trial, as Atticus Finch, played by Gregory Peck, goes out of the courtroom, the people, even on the losing side, stand up. The African-American nanny tells Atticus's daughter, "Stand up, Miss Scout. Your father is passing." So, watching him pass that day was a very special moment.
बचपन में मेरे पास एक डायरी थी छोटी सी, जिसमें मैं हिसाब रखता था कि आज अगर सचिन ने 50 मार दिया तो मैं सचिन को कितने पैसे दूंगा जब मैं बड़ा हो जाऊंगा. और मैं रैंडमली एक नंबर उसमें लिखता था, 20,000, 50,000, सेंचुरी पे 1 लाख रुपया दूंगा। और अगर मैं वो डायरी एक पॉइंट में मैंने कैलकुलेट की थी इन द लेट 90s, 99 या 2000 में, बिफोर आई वेंट टू कॉलेज, आई थिंक आई ओ सचिन एटलीस्ट 20 लाख रुपीज। उस समय मेरे पास पैसे नहीं थे तो ये लिखना बड़ा आसान था, और मुझे लगता भी नहीं था कि कभी होंगे तो लिख दो। बट या आई होप वो डायरी सचिन के हाथ कभी नहीं लगी। बट या lots of blessings for him, and his 50th birthday is really a landmark for all of us fans. So best wishes to him. Thank you.